What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Corey NC, and I'm back with another vid for y'all, man. I know I said previously that I'll be talking about, fashion tips, how to style, top 5 sneaker releases for the season, the year, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm also wanting to start a series, documenting the process of my clothing brand, just documenting like where I'm at now, where I started, and just, kind of being transparent with you guys. For anyone who's looking forward to starting a brand, we can grow together. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump into it real quick. If you guys like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, comment, and it definitely helped me out, and I'm really appreciative of it. So let's get into it. So basically, I started my clothing brand in 2017. I never forget it. I was working at Nordstrom at the time. I ended up getting fired over some BS, and then things got a little hard for me. I started working an overnight job at Lowe's. So I went from doing sales at Nordstrom, having a good time, dressing up, looking nice, and it was a real cool job, I'm not gonna lie. But I went from that to working at Lowe's, and then overnight just stocking shelves and stuff like that. So that was just a lot for me to, it's a big change in my life at that time. So I was pretty miserable. Going to work at 11, not getting off till about 7 to 8 in the morning. I had no nightlife, no social life, no anything. Just was out here grinding, just trying to make a buck. Not to mention the pay was like half of what I was making at Nordstrom. But anyway, I just got inspired, man, just watching YouTube videos about how to kind of, make money online. And, I was very much into fashion, still am. And I don't know, somehow I just stumbled across the brand God is Dope. And I had heard about them before, obviously, back then, 2017, it was like a real popping brand. But stumbled across the owner's page on YouTube. Well, not his page, but he was doing an interview on YouTube. And his interview was very, very, very inspirational. And that is the guy who inspired me to go down that journey of creating my own brand. So yeah, after finding out about him, I started diving deeper and deeper into more interviews with him, and I started learning more about it. And then after that, I was like, yo, I'm gonna start my own brand. So at the time, I named my clothing brand. It was called, so first I had 2 brands. The first brand I had was called Self Love. I chose that because, what I was going through at the time. I felt like a loser after being fired and going from making this much to making this much, and then, having, pretty decent life, going out and enjoying myself, to just kind of just working overnight and just slaving and sleeping and all that. So kind of was like really down in the dumps. So I created the brand Self Love because, I wanted to inspire people to, as cheesy as it sounds, but, to love yourself first. And, I did that. I had a really cool design. I started doing research about print on demand. And I got my first design made on Fiverr. And I paid like $10 and somebody created it. Well, I gave them the idea and they put it together and it was cool. And then I started learning about Shopify and, all that. So I created my website, got my domain name. It was selflovethebrand.com. So did that, put it on YouTube. A lot of my friends was messing with it. It was cool. Then I didn't really do no marketing. I just jumped right into it. And yeah, I made a couple dollars. It was cool. But it wasn't really something I was like passionate about. So kind of took a break from that. That brand. So then I was like, man, let me create something that's like a little more, something that resonates with me more. And I was like, man, I'm from Charlotte, so I love my city. And I was like, yo, let me create something for my city. So at the time, I was like, I don't know, I just thought of a name. It was called Charlotte is a Culture. I was just trying to be different, and I just thought it was cool. And at the time, it was cool. So I just had like a blank shirt and just said, it was black with white letters. It said Charlotte is a Culture. Charlotte, that's all it said. The website was Charlotte is a Culture. Instagram, Charlotte is a Culture. You know, real simple, real simple. So I started that, repeated the process as I did with the Self Love the Brand. And this one started to get a little more buzz. And, you know, being that a lot of my followers was from Charlotte, they was messing with it. A lot of people, you know, who are from here are very prideful. So it was getting a little bit of traction. So again, no real marketing, just threw it out there. And sold a good amount of shirts. I probably sold about like 20 to 30 shirts. And then I got my little Shopify payout. I was doing print on demand. I got my Shopify payout, and I just, at the time, I was young and dumb. I mean, I was old, but I was young and dumb at the same time. Got my check, just started buying clothes and just doing stupid stuff like that I don't do now. So yeah, I got that check, and then I just kind of went away from it. I just, you know, just something I was like, man, I don't really see this going too far. So I let it go. I ended up moving to New York. One of my homies, he let me stay with him. I moved to Harlem, and I stayed there for about 4 years. And during those 4 years, I kind of just, like, I didn't do anything with the brand. I was just chilling, working, pretty much wasting a lot of time in my life, if I'm being transparent. So yeah, I'm in New York, I'm in Harlem, living the life, you know what I'm saying? I'm working, I'm enjoying the city. And, you know, the years started going by, and I'm like, man, I'm not really doing nothing but having fun. Like, you know, it might be time to go back home and lay my roots back down. So, you know, COVID happened. So 2020, COVID is happening. But before COVID happened, I will say I started getting inspired. I've always loved hats. Everybody that knows me knows I always wear hats. Like, since I was like in high school, always had a fitted hat, snapback during that era. You know, I always had a hat on. But anyway, I was walking, well, when I first got to New York, my homie, he introduced me to the store Cap USA in Harlem on 125th Street. And that's still till this day, my favorite store. Man, you go in there, anybody who ever been, it's just like just a big candy store, just like hats everywhere. It's just crazy, man. And that kind of just inspired me, just seeing all the different flavors and colorways and stuff like that. And then that was the first time I seen like a fitted with a pink bottom. Like, that was crazy to me. Like, I never seen nothing like that. So I was just like, man, I think I can do something like that, man. So that's where the inspiration came from, but I wasn't really serious about it, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just on my mind. So as I said, COVID happened. I'm in New York at the time. This is like the mecca of the virus. Like, you know, I'm thinking the world about to end. I'm walking around the street, I'm seeing people coughing, falling out on the floor. Like, no lie, it was crazy. It was like Armageddon. Like, I really thought like the world was ending. So I was like, yo, I gotta go home. So I had started trying to look for a job back in Charlotte, and then I ended up getting hired at Wells Fargo. So, you know me, I'm like, oh, I'm about to work at the bank. I'm about to be making this bread. I'm good, man. I don't even really need my clothing brand. So I get hired, move back to Charlotte, go to orientation for the job, and then I'm in there and I'm just like, yo, this is not for me, man. Like, I'm just sitting here like, there's no way this is my life, man. So I think I worked there for like 2 months, and then I remember we was training for a month, and then as soon as we finished training, they put us like on the floor, like answering the phone calls. And I just remember like I took like my first phone call and I messed up so bad. And I was just like, yeah, no, I can't take this, man. So we went on lunch break, and I just sat in my car, and I'm just sitting in my car, just like looking out the window, like, man, is this for me? And ultimately I said, nah, it's not for me, man. So I just never went back. And long story short, I ended up just like, I think I was working at like FedEx or something after that, just delivering. But yeah, so that was that. So as I was at FedEx is when I started to kind of really lock in with my brand. So I started doing research on how to even get the hats made. And then I started to try and figure out a logo for Charlotte. So I was bringing back my Charlotte as a culture brand, but I just wanted to sell hats. So I hit up my cousin A3. He's an artist. He's a rapper, artist. That guy does everything, camera work. Like, he's really that dude. If you want to tap in with him, you know, A3 on Instagram, that's his name. But I drew out the logo. Well, I had printed 2 logos and I sent it to him, and I'm like, yo, this is kind of what I want. You can just like merge the 2 logos together and see what we can do with that. So shot that over to him. He sent it back to me, and that's where you got the logo that you see right now. So he sent it back and I loved it. I was like, man, this is the one. This is it. It's perfect. It's perfect. So now we into the next step. So it's like, all right, let's get some samples, man. So I'm on Alibaba. I'm green. Like, I don't know nothing. I'm just DMing manufacturers and seeing, like, you know, how much it costs. So I got my first sample, and I'm about to show y'all what it looks like. I get my first sample, and I paid for it. I think it was like $100. You know, they be taxing on Alibaba. Anybody who's starting a brand, be prepared to invest a lot of your own money, and it's expensive. But anyway, so it was $100. So I'm getting excited. I'm like, man, this is gonna be perfect. Man, I'm about to take over the world. I'm about to take over Charlotte. Everybody gonna be wearing my hats. So yeah, so the sample came back, and this is what I got, guys. This is what I got, man. This hat was so trash right here, man. You see, like, look at the logo, man. Look at the structure of it. I was so mad. Man, y'all, I can't even get my words out, man. But anyway, receiving this hat right here made me want to quit. And I was just like, yo, like, again, I'm done. Like, this, I just can't figure it out. So, quit again. So now, let me see, this is about, yeah. So I would say another 2 years go by. Just a whole bunch of time just wasting. Mind you, like I said, I came up with the idea 2017. So now we're probably like 2023 maybe. Yeah, 2023. And that's when I was like, okay, you know, it's time. Like, I'm in my 30s now. Like, it's no games. Like, I really gotta figure this shit out. So I was like, let me try one more time, man. So like, I'm doing more research. I'm on YouTube every day. At this time, I was working another overnight job, driving box trucks, and you know, I just dedicated my time to just researching on YouTube. And yeah, so I found another manufacturer, paid another $100, and I got another sample, and I was a little more happy about it. It looked like this one right here. So this was the first hat that I got that I was happy about. I didn't think it was perfect, but it was enough to, you know, keep me going and motivated to actually try. So I got this, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna just order 100. So I ordered 100 of those. No, I'm lying. I ordered 50 of those, and they came in, and I actually I did some numbers with that one. Like, I was doing good. I was getting a lot of reaction, a lot of people saving my post, sharing it. Did really good on that one. So I was like, you know, I had the momentum going, and I was like, yo, all right, let me re-up. So let me do another colorway. So then I got another colorway, and I did this one right here. Sorry, this was kind of dusty. It was in my closet, but I went with this one. So now you can see I'm kind of starting to get a little more creative with it, but you know, still looking for ways to improve. But I went from this one, and then that one did pretty good. I think I ordered 50 again. I didn't sell out of that one. I think I sold like probably 30 of those, and then I was giving a lot away just for like promo and stuff like that. But I could see, like, you know, see it coming to life. So I did that one. That was my most, no, I'm lying. I did that one. And then my most recent one was this one. This brings me to the drop that I had last week. I dropped this one, and oh yeah, I started doing shirts again. So dropped this one. The shirt I had on my last YouTube, that was the shirt I dropped. And then this was the colorway right here. And I did a lot of marketing with that one. Not a lot, but I did like maybe like a week and a half of marketing. I was on ChatGPT researching heavy, like what to do. and I followed the blueprint, and yeah, I did pretty good. I want to say that first weekend, the 3 days, I did a little over $1,000. And for me, I was really excited just in 3 days. You know, and that kind of like, you know, a lot of people on YouTube might say that that's not a lot, but to me, you know, it meant a lot to me to see people really gravitating to what I'm doing and starting to understand the community and everything. So, you know, just seeing those Shopify alerts just pop up on your phone and just seeing random people support you and, you know, like what you're doing, that feeling is really unmatched. So that's where I'm at now. I got a new colorway dropping in a couple weeks. I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna market a little more, do a lot more promo on that one, and kind of see where that takes me. But you know, more of the story is just don't give up, man. Because if I wouldn't have gave up, if I would have kept going from 2017 to now, like there's no telling where I would have been right now. It's like I'm basically I kept starting over. But, you know, I just got in my head and got discouraged. But like I said, man, moral of the story, just keep going. Like, there may be some drops that you have where you don't really sell nothing. All you really gotta do is just get back in the lab and just, you know, focus up and just try to figure out how to make it better. And I'm not here to act like I'm some type of guru who's selling thousands of hats, because I'm not that yet. I will be, but I'm not that yet. Me personally, the biggest thing that I need to work on is marketing. I have the vision, that's no question. I have all these ideas in my head, and when I get them made, they look fire, but I'm just not great at marketing. And that's one thing I'm gonna, you know, work on to take my brand to the next level. But yeah, man, anybody who's out there, man, just stay positive. You know, we all can do it, man. We all can eat. We all gonna be successful. So again, man, I want to appreciate you guys for tuning in to my, you know, my little, just venting about my brand. I really appreciate it. And, you know, I'm back being consistent. I don't know what my next video is going to be, man. I'm going to post this, see what type of reaction I get. And then, you know, I'll be back in a couple of days, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. Please, if you like what I'm doing, like, subscribe, comment. Thank y'all.